The Metamorphosis is a novella by Franz Kafka, published in 1915. It tells the story of Gregor Samsa, a traveling salesman who wakes up one morning to find himself transformed into a giant insect. He struggles to cope with his new condition, as well as the reactions of his family and society. The novella is considered one of Kafka's most famous and influential works, and it has been interpreted in various ways by different critics and readers. In this video, we will explore what Kafka wanted to say with this novella, the characteristics of dystopia, and the relevance of the novella today. The novella begins with the famous sentence, "As Gregor Samsa awoke one morning from uneasy dreams, he found himself transformed in his bed into a gigantic insect." This sentence sets the tone and the theme of the novella, which is the sudden and inexplicable change of Gregor's identity and situation. Gregor does not know why or how he has become an insect, and he does not question the reality of his transformation. He only tries to adapt to his new body and to deal with the practical problems of his daily life, such as getting out of bed, opening the door, and going to work. He also tries to communicate with his family and his employer, but they cannot understand his insect sounds, and they are horrified by his appearance. Gregor gradually loses his human traits and his connection with his family and society, and he becomes more and more isolated and alienated. The novella can be seen as a classic example of dystopia, a genre of fiction that portrays a negative and oppressive society. Dystopias usually have the following features: a totalitarian or authoritarian government that controls every aspect of life and suppresses individual rights and freedoms, a propaganda system that manipulates information and creates a false reality, a surveillance system that monitors and punishes any sign of resistance or deviation, a conformity system that enforces uniformity and eliminates diversity and creativity, a dehumanization system that erodes emotions, values, and morals. The novella shows how dystopia can result from the abuse of power, the loss of democracy, the corruption of ideals, and the betrayal of humanity. It also shows how dystopia can affect the human psyche, the human spirit, and the human condition. It explores the themes of the nature and value of identity and self-expression, and the dangers of transformation and loss of self, the role and importance of family and social relationships, and the effects of isolation and alienation, the meaning and purpose of work and responsibility, and the consequences of exploitation and oppression, the significance and expression of freedom and happiness, and the impact of restriction and conformity, the essence and potential of human nature, and the influence of environment and conditioning. The novella is still relevant today, as it warns us of the possible threats and challenges that we face in the modern world. It reminds us to be vigilant and critical of the political and social events that shape our reality. It urges us to be aware and responsible of the information that we consume and produce. It encourages us to be creative and independent in our thinking and acting. It inspires us to be compassionate and courageous in our loving and living. The Metamorphosis is a masterpiece of literature that challenges and enlightens us. It is a novella that makes us think and feel, that makes us question and act, that makes us hope and resist. It is a novella that makes us human. This is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. See you in the next video. Goodbye.